Hi there, this is Dr. Larson with the BLT system, and in this video I want to go over the newest feature of the BLT system, which is called the Wholesale Blood Lab Testing Service. And so first thing I want to do is to go into the BLT system, and you can find this at www.bltsystem.com. So really there's two sides to the BLT system. One side is once you've created a user account and you go in through this, provider login and password here, this will take you into an aspect of the BLT system that allows you to take lab results that you get from the lab, you input them into a software, creates a very nice looking, very organized lab report that dramatically reduces the amount of time it takes you to explain to a patient or client what the lab results means and what it is that you want to recommend for them. So that's one side of the BLT system. The other side is this newest feature called the Wholesale Blood Lab Testing Service. So the way this would work is whether you do this yourself within your clinic or office for a patient or client, or if you direct your patient or client or someone in your community, they can just go in themselves. But you start by going to the bltsystem.com, click on Order Lab Tests, or you click on this big orange button. Either one will take you to the Wholesale Blood Lab Testing Service. And then from here, you can start to see the options of the lab testing that's available. Probably one of the most common tests would be the Comprehensive Lab Panel. And you can see what's in the panel by clicking on the picture or clicking on the name, the Comprehensive Lab Panel. As I work with my own patients, I'm doing the initial round of testing. This is one of the most common initial lab tests that we'll do because it will test so many things at one time. So you can see the items that are listed there when you look at it yourself. The fee for this Comprehensive Lab Panel for the wholesale cost is $199, which if you haven't done much blood testing before with patients or clients, this is actually quite a significantly reduced fee. I will explain to a patient if they were to do the same testing through a local medical clinic, it'll easily cost them over $1,000. I actually had a patient 5 or 6 months ago. She wanted to do the same testing through her local medical clinic, and her medical clinic was going to make her sign a letter saying that she would pay $3,500 for the exact same testing that she could do through me for $199. So imagine the the gratitude that you would have from your patients as well as just people in the community, knowing that you can offer this service to them and be able to save them a significant amount of money, especially all the growing number of people that you come in contact with that have higher and higher health insurance deductibles. They can either pay the higher cost and and have it go to their deductible, or they can pay the lower cost and still have that lower cost. They can submit that to their insurance because they'll get an invoice and they can still get the same testing and still have it subtracted from their deductible as well. So as of right now, as of the making of this video, there's the Comprehensive Lab Panel, and then all these individual items are also available as individual tests. So if you do a follow-up testing, you don't want to do the full panel, you just want to do a smaller number of things, those individual items can be ordered very easily as well. As the weeks go on, I'll be adding more and more lab tests to this particular service. So if you go into this and you don't see a lab test or the name of a test that you're looking for, all you have to do is call me or email me, and it takes me usually less than a day to be able to add that to the system. Excuse me. Then, so let's say, for example, I'm going to order this comprehensive lab testing. I'm going to click here, Add to Cart. Actually, I had just done this earlier, so it's added it twice. So let me go into look at the cart. Let me just delete the one I had added before. So we're only adding just one of the comprehensive lab panel. The fees for the lab testing are kind of the lowest wholesale cost of the testing that's available to you as a provider or to your patients. Because we're offering the wholesale cost of the testing through the BLT system Wholesale Blood Lab Testing Service, we do have a small processing fee that we add on to that, and so you can see here it ranges from $5 to $20, so very reasonable kind of processing fee. And then if you are directing a patient or you're just saying to your community, hey, I can offer this as a service now through my clinic or office. You can get testing that you want at a big discount to cost. It can be a nice way to get more people in your community interested in your services as well as a way to promote yourself. So if you have a patient that's doing this, they just select the testing that they want. The patient fills in their own name and address and contact information. They'll go ahead and pay with their own credit card. They'll have to enter in a date of birth, whether they're male or female. And then the patient will put in their own email address for where the lab orders and results will go to. And then if you indicate to the patient that you also want to get a copy of those lab results as soon as they become available, you just need to give them the email address that you want those results to go to and have the patient type in the email address, and then you as a healthcare provider will get the results at the same time as the patient does. They go ahead and pay for that, and it's all taken care of. You don't have to worry about it. Everything is taken care of for you behind the scenes. The results arrive to you as soon as they become available, and it can be another big time saver of not having to order the testing, not having to track it or deal with any of the paperwork or the hassle of that as well. If you as a provider want to order the testing on behalf of your patient, whether you do it or you have a staff person or your office or clinic does this, then you just want to remember that the contact information is always going to be the information of the person getting the lab testing done. So it has to be the patient's name and address and phone and email and all that. That goes in here. And then in that case, it would be, I guess if you have the patient's payment information, you can still have them pay the wholesale cost. Or the other option is if you decide as a healthcare provider that you want to mark up the cost of testing, or maybe you offer your service as kind of a package of a single fee that's a little bit bigger that includes the cost of the testing, then to pay for the testing, it would be the clinic or the office credit card that would go to pay for that. And of course, the patient will have paid you for that testing at whatever you decide to charge for a cost of that testing. Fill that out the same, submit the order, everything's taken care of behind the scenes. And then as soon as the results become available, they will arrive to you as a healthcare provider as well. So you can see here there's different categories you can look at for the different kinds of testing. If there's a category that you don't see that you would like, then you can let me know and I can look into adding that. Also, the other feature I'll finish off talking about is this Find a Health Provider feature. This is a category for those providers that are also using the lab reporting software. Then once they've purchased some credits, which end up paying for the cost of doing the PDF lab reports or creating lab reports and lab results, then basically just get added on for free once I have the contact information. So you can take a look at that. There's not many providers listed there right now because it's a brand new feature. But if you're interested in that feature, then just let me know. And once I know that you're using the BLT system and you're creating the lab reports for your patients, then I can easily add you on under the Find a Health Provider feature. The benefit of that is as more and more people start learning about the BLT system, the wholesale blood lab testing service, there might be someone in your community that just learns about this and they just want to get the testing done on their own because they can order it on their own. The patient or that person in the community gets lab results, but maybe they want to see if there's somebody nearby that can help interpret those results for them and provide some dietary or nutritional or other kinds of recommendations. They can go into the Find a Health Provider. They can look up the state and see if there's anybody that's near them. And it might be a way by which you can have some new people come to your clinic or office looking for your service or your services that you offer as well. So there's the quick review of the wholesale blood lab testing service. I hope that was helpful. If you have any questions, feel free to contact me. You can go to the Contact Us button here, and you can see the email and the phone number, or you can go back into the bltsystem.com and click on Contact Us. Again, the contact information is there. If you are interested in creating a provider or a clinic login to be able to access the feature of creating a lab report using the software, then all you need to do is to go to bltsystem.com/register, and then that will take you to a page where you can register, create a new account, a new provider account. And once you've created that account, it's going to send you an email asking you to click on a link to verify your email, and this will activate your account. So if you register for an account and within 5 or 10 minutes, if you don't see that email to activate your account, you need to look in your junk folder or spam folder in your email software to see it probably ended up there. If you still don't see it, then let me know and I can make sure that account gets activated. Once you've created the account, I'm just going to go into an example account here. Once you log into the account for the first time, every time you log in, you're always taken to this control panel. The first thing you want to do is take a look at this video in the left-hand column down towards the bottom. It says, how do I get started with my account? And this will walk you through properly getting your account set up before you create your first lab report. And when you create a new account, you are also given 5 free credits. It shows 7 here because I've added a couple extra ones on, but you'll see that you'll have 5 free credits. 1 credit creates 1 lab report. So you have the opportunity to create several lab reports for free so you can see how this works and see if it's something that you like and want to be using. Beyond that, I'll just recommend you watch the video to learn about some of the different features. You can see from the control panel there's this order lab testing. You as a clinic or your staff can order it right out of the control panel as well. And if I click on that, it takes me back to that same page for the wholesale blood lab testing service. If you have any questions, let me know. I'm very happy to spend some time answering questions or walking through other parts of the software, whatever I need to do to be able to help you out. Feel free to give me a call or send me an email. And I look forward to you using the system and seeing what I can do to help you. Thank you.